up, guys? I am back again. I know that last video that I made got a little bit long, so I wanted to come back and talk to you about the domain and range of these functions. So we already in the last video talked about the domain and range of this function here. Remember, it started at 0 and increased to infinity, and the range started at 0 and increased to infinity also. And of course the lights went out. Here we go, I'm back now. So let's do the domain and range of these other functions, okay? Alright. So we'll look at this one first. Well, this function didn't move either to the right or to the left. It stayed where it was on the origin kind of a place and just moved up. So my domain for this one is not going to change. It's still starting at 0 and it's still going to infinity. Okay. But this plus 3, this vertical transformation, the vertical translation, moved everything up 3. So that means that my range moved up 3. Because I'm not starting down here at 0 anymore. I'm starting up here at 3 for my first y value. So my output for this function is starting at 3 and is still going to infinity. All these functions are going to be either going to infinity or negative infinity in our ranges. Okay? Alright. So there's the domain and range on this one. Let's look at the next one down here. This is really just as simple as looking at these graphs. So here's our transformation. Okay, here's the one that we're looking at. There's the one we're concerned with. And the domain on this, where's this starting at? Well, we can see from the graph that it's starting over here. What point is that? Well, that's the x value of negative 3. So now instead of 0, this went to the left 3 spots, so our domain is starting at negative 3. How far is it increasing? Well, I hope you remember and think about these up here. It's increasing forever, so it's going to go slowly, but it's still going up forever and ever and ever, so it's going to infinity still. Now, the range well, again, we're not at 0 anymore. So did we go up or down, or where did we go? And I hope you're thinking from 0 we went 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So now my range is starting at negative 4 and going to infinity. These are always going to be going to some type of infinity. Okay? Alright. Last one. Domain and range for the last one. Domain and range. So this dilation doesn't really affect the domain or range at all. It's really the translations that is what is affecting your domain and range. So the domain now on this one, where did it start at? Here's our function, right here, and it starts at negative 4 again, and it's going to infinity. Okay. The range starts at negative 5. And it's going to infinity. And that's it, guys. Just look at your picture. Look at where this starting point for your function is. Put it in the calculator if you need help finding the domain and range. It's just based upon what these transformations are and where it's starting at and where it's going to. That's all domain and range are. Domain is the inputs, which is the values along this way. The range is the output, which is the values up and down. So use that wonderful noggin of yours and figure it out. And if you need any help, then come see Mr. Wickelhaus and he'll help you out. Alright, I'll talk to you later.